welcome to the 21st edition of Make Pro Wrestling Majestic Again. I am, unfortunately and totally fraud, former Majestic Champion of the World, Tiger Height.
And so we will tell you who. Mothership is the first ever women's Majestic Champion of the world.
Yes, she is, but she is not the first non-one of us champions.
Yes.
Male parental units. But
yes. And I am the person who has gone through 10 labors in the last 30 minutes, Peanut Gallery.
He almost died at the very end of...
The labors of Peanut Gallery.
Because he can't breathe. So,
I can't. If you saw the number of debuts I had to witness in like one night.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that here in a minute. But let's talk about New Japan's Wrestle Grand Slam.
Which was equally, but also not equally as good.
Let's not like shove the mic in our throat, okay?
Okay.
All right. So our first match was Team Flying Tigers, which is obviously Robbie Eagles and Tiger Mask, taking on Hiromu Takahashi and Ibushi of... Los Ingobernables Japon. There we go.
Thank you.
That was it. But my mind went blank there. It's been a long weekend. Anyway,
it's been a very long weekend.
But this was a great opener.
Yeah.
This was a fantastic match. And it was a Rob Miller special on Ibushi to win. So, number one, great that Hiromu did not eat the pin yet.
Yep.
And I think we will see actually... at the very end that we will see this team go for the tag team champions.
We will.
But that will be later. But this was a great opener. I love this match. Anyway, let's talk about another match that
This was my favorite match.
Really? Oh, I like
of this night. Yeah,
I do like this match. It wasn't my favorite personally, but it was definitely.
It was Show versus Yo. As far as rivalries go, this was absolutely perfect.
With rivalries by far. Show's new look, the new attitude, the new theme song. It's great. And then he won with a weird modified arm breaker after totally cheating, and I loved it. It's like. They really established him as a mega heel. I don't know what the fuck that is, but we're just going to roll with it.
It is a thing.
It's really annoying.
That is a thing.
Let me see. Oh, I see. Get over there. It'll work. Anyway,
so I know you don't want to see his lovely face anymore.
I know. My face is just a mess today. Anyway.
Yeah, your red nose there, Rudolph.
Yeah, and then I have like this huge thing on the side of my face, too. It's all wonderful. I don't know where it came from, too. Anyway, Show did win the match by TKO, and he joins the Bullet Club in the House of Torture, and I'll get to that here when we make Pro Wrestling Majestic again. But
yes,
this was the House of Torture does not look good. Let's go to a match that actually I'm not sure if I enjoyed or not.
I enjoyed this match a lot. I like this. I like the side of Toru Yano.
Yes. So if you did not know, Toru Yano was not always that big babyface buffoon that we know and love. He actually used to be one of the biggest heels in New Japan.
And so I love the new attitude.
He dyed his hair blonde.
Yep.
He no bones about it. He was literally heel the entire time. Nothing about the Toru Yano that you know, and I loved it. I thought it was great.
Right.
This was awesome, and there was something that I think really needed to happen when it came to this KOPW champion.
Right.
Because, I'm sorry, it's a joke.
Right.
And I felt like this made this feel like something more important.
Yeah, it was something more important. At least Toru Yano. It didn't be more important than anybody else, but you felt what Toru Yano felt during this match, which was perfect.
And Toru Yano won. He was about to basically blind Chase Owens. Now, we know now that Chase Owens is a part of G1, so great, good for him.
Yeah.
It's definitely an upgrade because I think he really shined in this match. He looked great.
And we'll talk a little bit about that.
We really will. Can we not, eat our mic? Anyway.
I'm sorry. Look, it's right here, and I think I'm a little too loud.
I think you are. Here, let's do that.
All right.
Oh, that's much better. Anyway,
much better.
Let's talk about Kazuchika Okada and Jeff Cobb. Just a one-on-one. Once again, so
It did not meet my expectations, but I do like Jeff Cobb getting the pin over Kazuchika Okada.
Okada did not need this win.
He did not need the win.
Jeff Cobb needed this win.
Yeah. I'm going to talk a little bit about it, too, because, Kazuchika Okada, I think, is beyond the title runs. At this point, he's more of just a special attraction sort of person, so...
Well, I mean, Okada definitely needs at least one World Heavyweight title run at some point in time.
Yeah.
But right now, him
Give
elevating...
him a few more years.
Him elevating some of this younger talent into this title scene is exactly what he needs to do. He's already a legend. He's already established as such. Might as well have him do this for now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And also this gives him the opportunity to rest his back a little bit, so that's always a good thing. It was a great match. This was a very good match. You can never go wrong with an Okada-Cobb match.
No.
But I'm sick and tired of seeing it. Let's talk about our main event. This match was awesome.
It was.
I was a little bit worried about Kota Ibushi because this was
Ibushi looked good.
This was his first real test after his pneumonia battle. And pneumonia is no joke. It's not.
No.
So I was a little bit worried, but obviously he looked great. Literally, I don't think this man has had a single, parcel of body hair ever in his entire existence.
Right.
It's just amazing. Anyway, it was a great match. A high-five flow. It was only one, though, which I thought was kind of weird. But it was Tanahashi to retain the United States Heavyweight Champion.
Yep.
I think, I chose Kota Ibushi to win because I thought he did, but I still feel like overall that was the right call.
It was.
I feel like they needed to bring this legitimacy to this title.
Kota Ibushi needs a little bit of time to build himself back up.
Right. Tanahashi has been working consistently.
As much as I love Kota Ibushi.
Right. And, he was with Cobb before, but now they definitely need to bring back this title and really get it integrated back into the Japanese scene because it was gone for so long.
Yeah.
So this was at least good there. And with Tanahashi, you can't go wrong with Tanahashi. This guy is fucking 50, and he's doing the matches that he is, and he looks as good as he is.
Yep,
Jesus Christ. But anyway, that was match number. That was match number one. That was night number one.
We'll move straight into night number two.
Yeah. All right, so let's make this shit majestic again. I love the fact that
let's talk about just in general. Let's talk about this whole junior heavyweight championship division because we can kind of roll both of these
because
matches
we have this. So number one, I like that they are establishing more junior heavyweight tag teams because we have Robbie Eagles and Tiger Mask who are tour of force right now. We had that whole junior tag league. And then we also have this one with Hiromu and Bushi. And I love Bushi and shit. He's very underrated personally. I love Bushi. So we're getting these teams that are fully established that can go for these belts.
Yeah, LIJ is on a roll right now.
Right.
They're really establishing themselves as the top baby faces of the company.
And then we have Team Flying Tigers here. You can't go wrong with them because one of them is a junior heavyweight champion. The other one's fucking Tiger Mask.
Ingobernables.
That gimmick has been around for 80 fucking years.
Right.
I mean, you can't go wrong. So with the loss of Roppongi 3K and them being their own established thing, which is we'll talk about here in a minute. I like it.
I think that LIJ is really proving themselves to be a force in the junior tag team divisions. Mm-hmm. That's what I see.
I think so. I think there's definitely some eyes. I mean, if you're not watching this junior heavyweight tag team division, you need to now.
Right.
There's definitely going to be some shifts and moves that I'm really going to like seeing. We're going to see some new Bullet Club stuff with Sho joining the group.
Right, so why don't you talk a little bit about Sho joining the Bullet Club?
Yeah, let's do that.
Go on your rant.
Oh, oops. Nope. Wrong one. There we go. Anyway, so here's my thing.
Rant beginning.
Yes. So I like that Sho has joined a new group. I think him being established in a new group is a positive. Here's my problem. They have totally fucked up this House of Torture. Number one, this is a brand new established group with brand new established people with Sho in it. And I was excited. I'm like, great. We have another splinter for Bullet Club.
By the way, this is the first time I've ever heard of this group before tonight.
And when you saw that, you had Dick Togo, Evil, Yujiro, and now Show.
Right.
Great. A solid little established Splinter Cell team that can go for 6-man tag, junior tag, because Dick Togo's a junior.
Right.
And with Show, that would be an interesting little team there. And then you also now have the heavyweight tag with Evil and Yujiro if you want to build that team. But then the problem was when you get to fucking night 2, you have... Well, I'll talk about it when we really get there because I'm really going to rant about it. But they basically shit on this team by night 2. But I loved this. I wouldn't have changed this for the world. I like Show as the heel. Yo is not going anywhere anytime soon. And honestly, I wouldn't have booked this any differently. Peanut Gallery, do you have anything else to rebuttal outside of what I just said?
Nope.
Okay. Let's go into this one, the KOPW. Okay?
Sure.
So, this had to happen. This 100% had to happen. This established that this thing is worth something. I like the gimmick change with the blonde, most violent player, Toru Yano, coming back.
Right.
Peanut Gallery, holy shit.
Lord.
So anyway, other than my phone totally falling off of the tripod. I don't know why that happened. Anyway.
Because you're asking me if I was okay, but you're like, well, I do. You're just sitting here and you're just like talking your ass off.
I think
when I'm reserving my ass for what happened today because fuck
this
you.
This is when you're gonna rant. Apparently my ranting was so great that the camera fell off.
It did. It's kind of like a Trump rally. This is when the things fall apart. Everything falls apart.
Soon the green screen's gonna set on fire.
Yep.
You know, everything that could go wrong is gonna go wrong.
Exactly.
Anyway, Toru Yano needed this, and I think that the KOPW division overall was looked at as a joke. This was not a joke. This is exactly what this needed, and I wouldn't have booked this match any different.
Right.
I like the violence with it. I liked how, in some cases, how uncomfortable it got. And it was such a great different thing from your mundane New Japan stuff.
Right.
It really made this work.
Right.
So I wouldn't have actually have changed this. This made the KOPW division majestic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It was great. I am so tired of this fucking match, man. I'm so done with it. I mean, they have great chemistry. I love this.
Right.
But at the same time, this is I am not kidding you, that third or fourth fucking month that we have had to cover a Kazuchika Okada Jeff Cobb rivalry.
Right.
And it's annoying. It's really annoying. And I hope to God that this is it. Have Cobb and Okan go for the tag at this point. What else are you waiting for other than Ospreay? He's back. He's back wrestling. He just has to come back to the fucking country.
Right.
And then Okada can do something else. Have him go for the U.S. champion. That'd be cool.
Right.
Like, Jesus Christ. I was very worried about Kota Ibushi. Obviously, my worry...
It was okay. It wasn't the best in the world, but I understand why they were safe with it.
They were very safe with it. They were being very cautious with Ibushi. I thought even with that, and I think you couldn't have picked a better person to have lead a match than Hiroshi Tanahashi in a return after pneumonia.
Absolutely.
And I wouldn't, honestly, it wasn't as high-flying or hard-hitting as it would have been, but given the circumstances and giving Kota Ibushi that high profile for him to get back into it,
yep.
Jesus Christ. I wouldn't have done anything different.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was great. And also, this is really establishing that IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion into the good graces, just like they did with the Intercontinental.
Right.
Have more of these matches with two former heavyweight champions in great matches.
Right.
And that title is going to build up that reputation all day long.
Yep.
And I even said that I am so happy that this IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion is back in Japan.
Yeah.
Because this is a IWGP, a Japanese
a secondary title.
This is a secondary title, and they have something to go for. Perfect. I can't say anything more about it. It was great. Once again, why have these two? I know what you're going to say, but these two...
You already know my opinion on this, so...
They need to go for... I don't even care if fucking Ospreay is there or not. They need to go for these tag team champions. They are the most winningest team right now in Japan. And now, they might be too late, because after G1, we're going to have the Tag League, the World Tag League. And unless these two fucking win... What are you waiting for? These two need to win these belts either before or at Wrestle Kingdom.
Right.
Because they're just too winning. They have great chemistry together, and people like seeing them. So don't hesitate more. Oh, I am glad that they got these junior heavyweight tags off of the Bullet Club's cutest tag team, because I'm done with that.
Yeah, so am I.
I'll
talk about it.
Yep, you will need a gimmick that takes these two motherfuckers seriously. They can do comedy shit, but have them be serious. What is your thoughts about this? Because right now we're on this. We're making Pro Wrestling Majestic again. How do you make the Bullet Club's cutest tag team majestic?
You don't.
Well, no.
I'm honest. Honestly, you don't.
Kick the damn... What?
You don't. You don't make them majestic. You disband the tag team.
You disband them?
Yes, you disband that tag team. You go away with it.
Why?
Because there isn't a place for them anymore. You make one of them go for the tag team... Not tag team. The heavyweight championship. The junior heavyweight championship. Why would you have the cutest tag? No, the Bullet Club is about as relevant as a box of rocks right now until Show came in. Now it might be more relevant. I'd rather not see El Phantasmo needs to go for the singles title, and you put Show in with Taiji.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. No, I actually think that's a really good idea. Sho and Taichi Ishimori as tag team champions, I can see that.
I'm sorry, El Phantasmo is his own thing. Really off the rails his own thing.
And Taichi Ishimori is also his own thing, but I feel like Sho would go better with Ishimori than he would with Phantasmo.
Exactly.
I see what you're saying. Okay. And obviously with Desperado and Yoshinobu, I'm okay with them winning the belts again, because once again you're continuing to keep El Desperado strong.
But El Phantasmo he's just so weird. He's so off the rails as far as Bullet Club goes.
He has to be himself.
He has to be himself, exactly. And I'll talk about this.
He can be with Bullet Club, but I just feel like him in a team at this point is irrelevant.
It's weird.
Right.
It was weird seeing Ishimori kind of do his little thing with Phantasmo. It was weird.
Yeah. It's a little... You can't take him seriously.
Right.
Okay, I do want to say something about this before you jump in. This was a mess of a match. This was not a good match.
It was a clusterfuck.
And some people like it and some people don't. New Japan is not a place that I watch a clusterfuck.
I don't watch clusterfucks New Japan.
Right. Here's my thing.
If you want to watch a clusterfuck, you watch WWE.
And Peanut Gallery is going to be talking more in depth about the booking style of the New Japan style, and that's fine.
Yep.
But here's the thing. This is not what that is. They're trying to do something that they're not good at.
Right.
Triple threats are fine if they have a structure.
Triple threats don't really have a place in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
This felt like a big botch.
It was.
That's what I felt.
It was a gigantic botch.
They're like, oh, two competitors are going to start. And then there's like, anybody can go in and anybody can pin anybody. No.
Well, we can talk about this, but we did a little bit of the rules of certain promotions.
Okay, I get that. But once again, with like even Mexico, they start with 3 people. This did not start with 3 people. This started with 2.
It did.
That's where it lost me there. If 3 people were involved in the match in some way, shape, or form, at least I can buy that, this person's pinning this person, but that's because your partner ran out. If one member of LIJ was eliminated or it was hit with a big move, and then one of these two came in. How the fuck does that make sense?
Right.
That doesn't make sense to me. None of this made sense. This felt like a total sleeper match where they totally ruined two possibly very good matches. Here's what I would have done. I would have
night
had
one. You would have had a number one contenders match. Night number two,
between these two,
right?
Yep.
Night number two to be a champion versus a winner of that match.
Yep. I would have totally taken out the junior tag team match with Team Flying Tigers. I would have done this match instead, and then had them go against.
And then if the other team was really wanting to, they interfere.
Have a fucking 6-man tag
right.
at the have a fucking 6-man tag earlier in the night and call it a fucking day. This was so not necessary.
It was not necessary. Anyways.
And also, it was just a mess. That's how I would have made that shit Majestic again. It's not that fucking hard, people. I wouldn't have changed a thing.
Nope.
Other than my displeasure of Hiromu going for the belt again. At this point, he's really looking at heavyweight. Might as well have him go in heavyweight.
He is about to move up there, so let's just move on to
I might have a moan about that when it comes to Gato booking, but we'll talk about that here in a minute. There was way too much interference in this match.
There was.
That's what killed it for me. It's like Evil.
We'll talk about this too. We're
talking about this now. We're making this shit Majestic again.
No, we'll talk about this interference thing because it's a problem with Bullet Club more specifically throughout history.
I think it's worse now than it ever has been.
Are you kidding?
This was absurd.
Need I remind you about AJ Styles' first run as the IWGP Heavyweight Champion?
Did he have like 5 people out there constantly interfering like this bullshit?
Yes,
This drove me up a wall during this match.
This is the Gato problem we'll discuss in the next part, but
I would have had, once again, here's the problem with this. When you have too much interference, you ruin the allure of interference. Mm-hmm. The one thing is, like with like the Young Bucks or whatever, the Elite, sometimes it can get a little crazy.
But I have an expectation.
But no, it's impactful. It's very brief. This happened the whole match, and he still lost. Right. He still lost.
Right.
That's what was the problem. He still lost.
But
this almost ruined Evil.
But do you want me to give you a positive for this?
Yes, go ahead.
There is a positive. It has established LIJ and Bullet Club as the two big teams that will be the face and the heels. LIJ is the big babyface team. They are bigger than Chaos at this point.
Right.
As far as babyface teams go. Bullet Club is bigger than any other heel team at this point.
Yes.
They're bigger than even UE. Of course, United Empire was supposed to take that place.
United Empire is still too young, personally.
Right.
Like, it's hard to really establish
But United Empire was supposed to take the place of Bullet Club, but UE's leader got injured.
Oh, really?
And Will Ospreay got injured.
I'm aware of that. I didn't know that that was the established thing for Bullet Club. They were going to get rid of Bullet Club?
No, they weren't, but they were not going to have Bullet Club be the primary heel team. It was going to be UE. However, because of the injury of their leader, they had to push it back. They had to push it back. So I actually, in hindsight, it actually makes a lot of sense. And I really enjoy this overarching rivalry between Bullet Club and...
Here's my problem, though. The amount of interference and the fact that it took LIJ till the very end of the match to come out here really established that Evil is the weakest little piece of shit in the world.
Well, yeah, he's weak, but I'm going to explain that to you in the next section, why Evil is so weak.
And it's like, okay, Evil's so good, and that's the problem.
He's weak, but anyways...
He looks weak now, but remember, there was a point in time when people were saying that Evil was like the fucking sleeper cell to get out of LIJ and become his own thing.
Well, I've had two bottles of wine. I'm ready to talk about my shit.
Okay, so when we come back, Peanut Gallery's going to be talking about heckling. Well, not heckling, but you know what I mean. All right, we'll be back.